I am Maria Garcia de Flori. January 21st, 2024 celebrated 74 years since the arrival in Venezuela of the Legion of Mary, founded worldwide in 1920 by Frank Duff in Dublin, a young official from the Department of Finance who was looking for a new way of evangelization, visiting families like the disciples of Christ, two by two. Duff was committed to seeking the glory of God through the personal sanctification of people through prayer and service to others. As a good Catholic, he wanted his work to be in union with the Church, so he sought the approbation of bishops and parish priests, and of course of the Blessed Virgin Mary that was their captain. Thus he recruited people with that same ideal, and his apostolate grew. The Legion of Mary arrived 30 years later in Venezuela as a sign of that one person makes a difference and that God uses even things and events that seem negative at first to develop his plans. This is the case of Father Felix Mujica, who developed strong and severe health problems that forced him to take long rests and go to St. Lucie, an island in the Antilles, where his religious brothers from the French congregation of the Children of Mary Immaculate worked. There he met the Legion of Mary, which was actively working in all the parishes of the Church. Since their activity and the fruits they produced, he thought could create a great Legion of Mary in the sector of Caracas where he worked, in the Chapel of the Immaculate Conception in the San Juan de Baruta parish, the headquarters of the future Our Lady of Lourdes parish. When he returned, he looked for a person who belonged to the Legion of Mary of Trinidad, who was in Venezuela, and with the help of other people, they formed their first presidium in the house belonging to the community of Sons of Mary Immaculate in Palo Grande on January 21st, 1950. Although they had difficulties at the beginning and the ecclesiastical authorities did not want to recognize them, when the first report of the apostolic work that the Legion of Mary had carried out under the protection of the Blessed Virgin was presented to the Archbishop, he approved it, and the Legion of Mary began to spread in various parishes of Caracas, forming an army of Christians who carried out a constant, sacrificial, humble apostolate and in exemplary communion with their pastors, and who were distinguished by their Marian fervor and their fraternal and faithful ecclesiastic spirit. Today, the Legion of Mary is the largest apostolic lay organization in the Catholic world, with more than 33 million active members in 170 countries around the world. The legionaries seek to conquer the world for Christ. Their weapon is prayer and their banner, Mary, Queen of the Apostles, and after whom they take their name. The Legion of Mary fundamentally focuses on the communion between prayer and apostolic work with a missionary spirit. This apostolic work includes visiting the sick and imprisoned, evangelization in communities, and serving those most in need. That is, any action of charity that seeks contact with the face of Christ present in others, always accompanied by prayer to God, because they know that with God we always win.